The four-time major champion announced that she had parted ways with coach Patrick Mouratoglou following middling results. Will the change spur a career renaissance? Well, we talked about this both on Tennis Channel and on Served. Osaka, of course, announced that she had parted ways with coach Patrick Mouratoglou on Sunday. They began their partnership around the time of last year's U.S. Open. And while Osaka has played some high-level ball at times, the signature wins have just not come. After losing to Emma Raducanu the other day in Washington, D.C., a match at which Mouratoglou was not present, Osaka, now number 49, fell to 21-11 on the year. It's not a horrible record. But consider the source of the wins and how few of them came against top 20 opponents. Consider the close matches she has lost. Consider that she is a four-time major champion who isn't playing, at 27, with a child, with no financial urgency, to make third-round appearances that we noted on Served. That Mouratoglou seemed to do little to fatten her confidence. And Osaka is now working through the hard court swing with Tomasz Wiktorowski, longtime coach of Swiatek and also coach of Agnieszka Radwanska, who was represented by Osaka's agent, Stu Dugwood. Fun fact: heading into this week's play, Osaka had 200 aces in 27 matches. Aryna Sabalenka had 197 in 56 matches. What does this tell us? Not a ton. Yes, this is our obsession here. We need to normalize this for the length of the match and for the quality of the opponent. Sabalenka is likely playing shorter matches than Osaka, and thus has fewer service games. And, in theory, more matches mean you're playing better opponents. So one would expect the ace count to drop as a player goes deeper in a tournament. But it does indicate that Osaka's serve is not the problem. Her new coach can work on her tactics, confidence and movement, etc., but he should know there's a lot of starter power here. And speaking of data, John, with Novak Djokovic having achieved his Centurion ATP Tour level singles title at Geneva earlier this season, there is some talk about the narrowing gap between Noel's 100 titles and Roger Federer's 103 ATP Tour level singles titles. While Federer has more tour titles than Djokovic, and while Djokovic may not reach or surpass the 103 title benchmark, I think it's worthwhile to look at the qualitative side of their respective tour-level titles. Perhaps we call this the Tournament Quality Index, TQI. Here is a representation of the number of tour-level singles titles for each player, with a points attribution that equates to the ATP ranking points granted to the singles winner, but with one assumption. While the Olympic singles tournament does count as an official tour-level title, it does not offer ATP ranking points. I have attributed 1,500 points for an Olympic singles gold medal, which is the equivalent ranking points awarded for an undefeated winner of the ATP World Tour Finals.